Hello, today we are going to learn about resistance and types of circuits in this video, and I am Chitran Saxena from Just Tutors. Let's move ahead with this topic. In this session we are going to learn a resistance of a system of resistors, series combination, parallel combination. So first of all we have Ohm's law. Ohm's law tells about the relation between potential and current flows inside an electric circuit. This is potential difference here. Before we move learning of group of resistors in circuit, let's have a brief discussion on this. So basically it is like it also gives us introduction to the term resistance. As you can see, V is proportional to I. V is potential difference and I is electric current that flows in electric circuit. So to remove this proportionality sign, we use a proportionality constant R, which is termed as resistance. The SI unit of resistance is ohm, which is derived from this Ohm's law. Now we'll start learning about series combination. Electric circuits of many gathers made up of cluster of resistors in them. To find the total resistance, there are two methods to join the resistance together. The very first is joining them in series combination, as we can see in this picture that these three resistances R1, R2 and R3 are joined or connected together in a series combination. If we have an electric gadget that having its electric circuits arranged in such a manner that showing in this picture, if you observe the given circuit in the picture, we have three resistors as I have just told you, R1, R2 and R3. To get total resistance flow in the circuit, we will follow the Ohm's law that states that V is equal to Ri. This is our equation 1. On applying this Ohm's law, three different set of resistors we will get further. For this R1, we will get V1 is equal to R1 I1, V2 is R2 I2 and similarly V3 is equal to R3 I3. If we refer to first equation to get total voltage, we need to do is we add them up. V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equal to V. So I1, IR1, IR2, IR3 is equal to IR. And I'm sorry, there's a little correction we need to make. Here this is not I1, it is just I. So we not need to put I1, I2, I3, it is just common I. So when we take I as a common and remove it, so we'll get R1 plus R2 plus R3 is equal to R, and this is how we can find out the total resistance in a circuit if they are joined in series combination. If more than two resistors are there in a circuit and they join in series, then to calculate total resistance we have to add all the resistors to get total resistance given in the circuit. Now here comes the next, which is parallel combination. Before parallel combination, we'll try a sample question here. The question says, if we talk about the total resistance in the circuit, just add all the values of resistance because all resistors are R1, R2, R3 are in series. So what we can do, we have to find in this question the total resistance. So R1 is equal to 100 ohms given here, R2 is 300 ohms and R3 is 50 ohms. So to find total resistance we have to add them all. 100 plus 300 plus 50 will give you 450 ohms, and so the total resistance in the circuit is 450 ohms. Let me tell you about this ohm. It is a Greek letter called omega that used to represent unit of resistance and termed as ohm. Now we'll start with parallel combination. As the name sounds, we will look into some circuits where resistors are joined in parallel as follows in this picture. It is analyzed that total current flows inside the circuit is the sum of total current flows in different part of the circuit. If we go for finding total current inside the circuit, that gives I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. As you can see, by applying Ohm's law on a parallel combination of resistors, it will be I is equal to VR. According to it, I1 is equal to VR1, I2 is equal to V over R2, this is V over R1, I3 is equal to V over R3. So if we go for total current, it is V over I equals to this calculation, and this equation can also be written as 1 over r is equal to 1 over r1 plus 1 over r2 plus 1 over r3. We can see the total resistance when they are joined in parallel is the sum of reciprocal of individual resistor. After getting total resistance, we have to go for finding reciprocal. Example, look at the given circuit and calculate total resistance flows inside. So we have three resistors which are joined or connected in parallel combination, that is 90 ohm, 40 ohms and 180 ohms. As we have formula 1 over r is equal to 1 over r1 plus 1 over r2 plus 1 over r3, we'll substitute our values of each resistor in this formula and then work out with it. So while doing all the calculation, we'll get 1 over r is equal to 7 over 180. Now don't forget to reciprocate to find the value of r. So it will become 180 divided by 7, which will give you 25.71 ohms. So this is the total resistance which flows in the circuit. Now here's the practice time. This is a question 1 for your practice and this is question 2. Pause this video, try these questions and then check your answers on the next slide. These are your answers here. If your all answers are correct, then very well done. That's really a good progress made by you. That's all for this video. For more videos, please visit justtutors.com. Thank you.